How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is what? Monday. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, with Paul Buchanan will be, him and his lawyers will be in court against Jonas and his lawyers. I don't know if Jonas is even in the island or if he will be present or if he needs to be present at that situation. But that is what is happening now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get into it, because you see, I just come across some information here. Because I was from the other day, I've been kind of up and down and busy, My timing has been off where the news is concerned. My sincerest apologies, but I couldn't go on my bed without talk about this. Because I really want to get a full understanding of what is actually happening here. It says here that government challenges $120 million award for George Williams. Call it excessive. Before, I believe this requires some going back and then going forward. So let me just type in George Williams. Let me see the last video that I put up, right? George Williams. Aha. So this is the video with George Williams. Let me put it on YouTube. Gentlemen, I know some I have to record this one and post it. Yes, man. Isaac Buchanan. My goodness. He has done it again, ladies and gentlemen. The man has done it again. We remember this. We remember this man. George Williams. Remember him? Listen to these 5 words, ladies and gentlemen.
Today I can say, thank the Lord, my brother go. And boy, the journey will be hard, but I'm prepared for it.
This is certainly what I like to call swift justice, and so I'm very happy to know that all of this happened in 7 days. Certainly, in a perfect society, you could appreciate that this is what we want for our people. And so I would just for all and please all defensive friends that there are many of our brothers and sisters sitting there, and we need to be able to assist them like we did for George.
We have plenty more, and we are committed to gratitude. We got some funds, and we got the attorney, we got the psychiatrist, and I am ready to go for the whole of them one by one until I make sure that mentally are not involved.
I think one of the misconceptions we have about mental illness is that their functional state is permanent and that they cannot. So Williams has been on medication and is consistently being treated through the correctional services and must have followed them well. And certainly that his mental process has improved since 1970 when he was incarcerated in second. And he has shown significant improvement. He does have some persistent psychotic symptoms, but they do not interfere with his ability to either engage or understand what's going on. I think that's one of the issues that we have to do. But the reality is that what we all agree on is that the best place for Mr. Williams is for him to be at home with his relative and for his treatment to be provided in the least restrictive environment. And I think that's what happens here today, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
I'm feeling so elated right now. After 50 years, and he's finally free. You know, I can't even explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm really, really grateful. Thanks to Jamaica stand-up group, Mr. Buchanan and his team. He did a very great job in such a short time. And I hope for the rest of inmates that is in there incarcerated at the same time like Mr. George Williams, I hope justice will be served in the short space of time that justice has been served for my uncle, George Williams. Thanks to Jamaica stand-up group, Mr. Buchanan and his team. He did a very great job in such a short time. And I hope for the rest of inmates that is in there incarcerated at the same time.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's his niece right there. She are the one of the hero of them feel. You understand what I'm saying? So big her up. Alright? She never give up. See? We want to go to the article and then never to what Isaac had to say. Alright? Did I share my screen? Oh yes, I did. Wonderful. Well, here's the I hope I'm not in the background noise. God have mercy. Let me just play this. Let me just play this before me. Because I can't understand why this thing have to happen so now. Sure. I be pissed off sometimes, I ain't lying. I be pissed off sometimes. Here's the article, ladies and gentlemen. It says, and it's a see? Kingston and St. Andrew Court of Jamaica has ordered that the state pay $120 million to George Williams, the man who spent 50 years in prison and 42 without a review. So that's 8 years in prison. No review for 40 years after that. Wow. The judgment was handed down by Judge Sonia Winkler a few moments ago. Williams is to receive $42 million for vindictory damages and close to $79 million for compensatory. I'm going to go on record to say I don't think that's enough money. I don't think it is. All right? For obvious reasons. I mean, you cannot get back the 50 years. You cannot get back those moments. You know, that's some of the best years of his life. I mean, wow, you know, it's just, come on, man. He was locked out from society, his family, emotional trauma. Man, it's just a lot. When he was 20 years old, he was arrested. 20. I want you to think about that. 20 years old, being arrested. Obviously, he has mental challenge or whatever, right? I don't mean like that, but you know what I mean. Just factor in being 20 and being locked up for something you know he didn't do, and you was there for 50 years after that, and you never got a review. You never went to court. All right? He was arrested and charged with murder of a man in July 1970. He was declared unfit to plead, but was still held in prison. So because of his mental illness, he was unfit to plead. Why did they hold him in prison? You know what I mean? Why did they hold him in prison? So that's the article. Like I said, it's a pretty short article, right? Now we're gonna go to what Isaac Buchanan, you know, had to say. And yeah, here we go.
So that means no state organ has taken any active steps since they have locked him up in trial. And this is important to listen. 50 years without ever standing trial. He was first indicted for a criminal offense on November 29, 1970. So just know that I wasn't born yet, and many of you probably were around to give me fathom this. This is Jamaica, 8 years and about three months after independence, almost 4 months. And he had some intellectual challenges. So people say, so to use the politically correct word, special needs, or he had a mental illness, right? So they said that he would go to the head doctor from as far back as he could recall. He went to Bellevue Hospital in the 1960s. Now, he was charged, however, he came out of the hospital and was walking home one day, and they locked him up, said that he is responsible for murdering Canadian citizens. And back then, you can imagine the climate of Jamaica.
My God.
That it is now, and tourism and all things that when we talk about how we view human life, how government just generally thinks about human beings. And when we speak about government, we understand the arms of government, executive, the legislature, the judiciary. That's what we're talking about, government and governance. We're talking about states. So that means no state organ has taken any active steps since they had locked him up in 1975 to prosecute him. And it was reported that witnesses trying to find this out to determine whether there was a viable prosecution. And he would have seen multiple murder convicts serve their time and return to society. And then he used to receive psychiatric reports, and they would say he was fit to plead. At one point in his incarceration, I wanted to know that even his brother was locked up with him. This is very important because there was a time when his brother was incarcerated with him at the Spanish Town, St. Catherine Adult Correctional Facility.
What did you say? Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, we feel like said the word family for sweet government. I feel like I think there needs to be a separate lawsuit. I think the family should sue the government for punitive damages. The emotional, psychological, and mental trauma
that they put this family.
Norman, how you doing?
You can't imagine him brother will go to prison with him and left him in a prison. Man, yo, you can't make this up. Man, you can't make this up. We need help, Jesus. Yeah, we do. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. We do.
And certainly he his mother was the one who advocated.
No man, you remember that story, yeah?
From him over.
This is from a couple months ago me that video there. You know. Let me look back and see how long ago I do that video. I have to play this first before I go. 5 months ago. Let me see the exact date. Oh my God, what? What just happened a while ago? The hell going on? Damn, man. What the hell going on, man? Oh, June 27th. All right, June 27th, right? This story with George Williams, man. Champion of human rights was key in George Williams getting justice after 50 years. That's the title. Zine, man, listen. Boy, I tell you, boy.
Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything.
Let's read.
Certainly he his mother was the one who would advocate from him over and over. She would visit him and she would want her son
until she died.
Her baby boy, and she spent her entire life
oh my
going to
God.
the prison and advocating for the release of her child.
And even the mother passed away. No, the family need to sue. I would love to hear Isaac Buchanan's opinion, professional opinion on this. I believe that the family needs to sue. Even their mother passed away.
Terrible,
in this
man.
period, you
Terrible.
can imagine the stress
Terrible.
that she went under.
Terrible.
Come on now, man. Come on now, man.
He even protested and said, I'm not convicted, let me out. And the warders would say, you're convicted because you're held at the pleasure of the Governor General.
Wow.
What?
He always felt like he was treated less than a human being due to his mental issues, and he was always called mad. They put him in the 23-hour lockdown, and remember, he was deprived of sex, and he wanted to just get back in mental space so he can be released. So he's locked up from 1970 and never see the light of day. Changes, so he missed the 1980 election, he missed changes in governance, changes in the presidents of the Court of Appeal and Chief Justices, changes in who the DPP was. Some of the people who are DPPs now work in law school or never even finished high school when George was locked up. Now, something happened in 2020. Noel Chambers, a Rastaman, and I must tell you, George Williams, you've seen his photo, you can see his photo. George Williams also wears dreadlocks, and I mean, I'm not taking any political shots, but you know how the climate of being a dreadlocks and how people feel about people that have
Sure, shorts up.
Especially in the 1970s. Think about that. Wow.
And there's a certain discrimination that comes with it and how state actors feel about persons with dreadlocks. So you're going around with your head picky, and you want to be seen, and all of these things, and I'm telling you,
like up the live, guys. Please like up the live.
Noel Chambers was emaciated when he died, and he never received medical attention, and he died in prison. And Terrence Williams, who at the time was the head of Indicom, he put out his report before he retired as the Indicom boss, and it had shocking information. So as a young human rights attorney, I can tell you that
Norman, hit the like button for me, please.
Advocating for human rights. You're advocating for prison rights. You're doing everything necessary to just champion the cause of human rights in a time when no one cares about human rights. Evidence is people die. I mean, even now, when we're talking about advocating for human rights, extrajudicial killings like this hot bread. I woke up this morning and heard that a police officer extrajudicially killed his girlfriend and then killed himself. Anytime a police kills somebody, it's extrajudicial killings. I'm not calling it murder. It's just a part of where the power dynamics is and how society has to respond to it. But in that report, we learned that there were hundreds of persons behind the prison walls, that their families either forgot about them, their family don't remember. Some family, when they went to prison as a child and they were living with their grandparents, after 50 years, the only family members that know them are dead. And so there are persons now, as I'm talking to you, still in the prison system. And 5 years later, after George Williams was set free, there is still no change from the government in terms of releasing these prisoners and having a facility. And you see, as fast as them break ground, they bypass and urban centers and everything, but they never thought about taking care of the mentally ill persons who are held in prisons that ought not to be in prison. Embarrassing. Now let me tell you something. If you ever get the opportunity to meet Pamela Reed, if you ever get the opportunity to meet his brother, Mr. Jones, and we won't get the opportunity to meet his mother who died fighting for his freedom. Her life was taken from her because all her life she lived for her son to be free. That never happened. But I can tell you this, sometime in 2020, I want to say the 17th of June. I want to say that. Yes, I wasn't wrong. 17th of June. With Stand Up for Jamaica and Carlo Galato, I was advocating with them in the prison system. And John Carr, whom I work closely with. There's a man who was always sitting in that prison at that 23-hour place at the special ward. And I can tell you this, when we learned about it and I found out his name was George Williams, I got his information, got all the necessary documents, and I said to him in 7 days, the next time you see me, you'll be a free man. That's what I said to him. And I filed what is known as a habeas corpus. This very machinery. It means bring the body to me. And I filed it in Spanish court. And I can tell you this, Jamaica was shocked. The judiciary was shocked. The prosecution was shocked. Yes, the prosecutor and the learned DPP, Paul and Willie, QKC. We were not, as in the current judiciary, were not judges and senior judges and prosecutors and lawyers. Some of us not even lawyers at the time when George Williams was lost in this prison system. And he watched Pratt and Morgan, who committed murder and was on death penalty, leave the prison. And he can tell you, what? I'll never play that. What? Williams was lost in this prison system. And he watched Pratt and Morgan, who committed murder and was on death penalty, leave the prison. And
A man that committed murder, actually committed murder, and got the death penalty, left prison and left this man in prison.
Talk
I want you
about
to think about that.
that's crazy.
How many people that actually did crimes, right? How many people that actually did crimes that got away with it? How many?
can tell you,
And left this man in prison. Wow.
he can tell you stories of all the people that walked with that prison system. He was in prison with Vice Cartel and Zeeks, and he was in prison with all kinds of people.
Wow.
And I can tell you this, we went to that court with the habeas corpus. There is no basis in the law that this man was to be held in prison. The DPP at the time felt that she was concerned about the safety of the people in the world and whether the witnesses were still alive and justice should be served after 50 years. I can tell you, we did the psychiatric evaluation, 7 days, back in court, 7 days, like I said. On the 17th, George walked out of the court in no time. He was out, right? And he was released on June 25th, I want to say, if I'm saying that right, or 24th, June 25th. Yeah, he was released from prison on the 25th of June. And he walked out of the court. And let me see if I can share with you guys. I recall when we left the court, a free man. And he said, freedom! And I remember, so you can see Pamela wiping her tears in the background. Nemar, and Justice Nemar wasted. The man is locked up for 50 years. The court could have hanged to it. And in 7 days, everything. Only his brother and his niece and her significant other and family who opened the doors, their home, to him as long as they could. And the government, in its most distasteful manner, let me tell you this, look on our Pamela Green and say, take a look at 4 million. Now the broke and the money.
Only hear that?
Yeah? And I see on the internet you have some very, very derelict, disgusting human beings talking about the government must appeal.
People, I write that somebody want to read.
And the government actually appeal, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys listening carefully to this case, Christopher? What are you doing? The government actually appealed this case. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What?
Yes. All on the dirty-minded, evil, wicked, uncompassionate, low life, pieces of SHIT. Anyone I want to say that I couldn't be attacked. No apology. You all are disgusting.
Very much, and still is.
You all, I wish what
And the
happened to this man
government,
happens to you.
and the government is disgusting for actually pulling the trigger and actually appealing this ruling by the judge. I thought the man should have gotten more money. The man mother died trying to free him from prison. You can't get back nothing out of that. Like, he has lost everything, you know. And the government still, man, listen, bro. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Andrew Honest is setting all the wrong records. I'm talking about this man, whole regime is pure evil. How is this in a time like this, ladies and gentlemen, when people are homeless? Right? Homeless. People are homeless right now. You think people that are homeless are hearing about this story going, you know what? I think this government got my back. I think this government has my back. I feel confident that, you know, they're going to do right by me. Because I just faced a catastrophe. Not a fault of my own, not a fault of anybody else, but because I paid taxes, my parents paid taxes, my government is going to do right by each and every one of us. Ain't nobody thinking like that right now after looking at this situation. Right? Man, this man is mentally, you know what I'm saying, he's special needs, in jail, treated unfairly, obviously, even with his mental needs, right? Treated badly by police, wardens or whatever. His mom died while trying to free him from prison. His niece that has been there, his brother went to prison, came out, and he's still in there. Man, they have traumatized this entire family. And I said it in this video that I just played, that this family should sue the government. I'm talking about the niece needs to sue the government for what they put this family through, and also the brother as a joint lawsuit, right? Those damages should be paid by the government as well. This is ridiculous.
I pray that God put you in a similar position for you to have some compassion.
And
learning compassion.
It's a similar situation happening now, ladies and gentlemen, in Jamaica, where we have people that literally have no heart. I mean, there is nothing that is pumping in their chest. There's no air, there's no fluid, there's nothing. They are just dead, numb to like they're not even, even robots got some type of frequency. I don't even know what to call these people, bro. These people will look at you and tell you that, right now the people them don't so deserve it because them never vote for Andrew. You have people that literally think like that, you know. You understand what I say? Andrew don't owe them nothing because them never. I have a video, I played it once and I'll never play it again. Because to all the thing anger me, I'm like, you know what? Let me not even play this. Let me not even play this, bro.
This man went through. I wish that 50 years of your life was taken away from you where you can't see your mother. The best years of your life, as a matter of fact, at age 20. If you're not 20 right now, I hope God could carry you back to 20. I make them lock up your wrongfully. Yes. Anyone I want to say that. No apology. No. It's disgusting. Horrible human being. So she a shame on herself.
I tell you, man.
Upset my entire spirit. How dare you even think something like that?
I tell
you. This man should be getting 120 million US dollars for his troubles. You hear what I said? 120 million US dollars.
Not exactly, not Jamaican. Not Jamaican.
Father God give us life freely. Father God give us days freely. You understand? There's no real monetary value you can put on that. 365 days times by 50. Some only can't even last, we are run off in the mouth, can't even last 5 months in a prison without to get crazy and mad. 50 years. The man spent 18,250 days in a prison. You hear me say? How much hours that? Times that by 24. The man spent 438,000 hours in a prison. Innocent man. All that time gone. Never to return.
That part. That part.
God of Daniel. And at some point, the minutes, they start to get longer when you spend that much time in a prison. And he was treated terribly, according to him, by the officers. Remember the time that this man went to prison in the 70s. Rasta was being persecuted by Bustamante. They dead or alive. Remember that? Carl Guardian said Rasta wasn't getting any respect in his society from the upper echelon, according to the society. Wicked people. I'm very, very happy for this man. Happy for the family. The ones who care about him, genuinely care. And I hope that the families see the government as well and get more money to all of them trauma. And I hope that this sparks other people to take their legitimate claims to court. Alright? Yes. Good. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.
So that was my take on him winning the money. Fast forward, here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I'm literally just gonna open up this article. If it doesn't open here, I'm gonna open it on my phone and read, because I really don't want any delays, because you know it's late, right? So thank God. All right, cool. So I get to government challenges the $120 million award to George Williams, calls it excessive. Yo, may I tell you about the deepest part of dungeon them a people have to lock up. Hey, the government are wicked, you know? Father God, come take them, just relocate them, Father God, please.
George Williams is flanked
May I
by
beg you?
Aldwin
No,
Jones
sir. Man of wicked, sir, brother.
The government is arguing that the $120 million in damages that was awarded to George Williams, the mentally disabled Rastafarian man who spent 50 years in prison awaiting trial, was punitive in circumstances where there was no oppressive, arbitrary, or high-handed action by the state. The claim was made by Kamal Ruddock, an attorney in the Attorney General's Chambers, AGC.
Come on, Ruddock. You just do your job. You know, sometimes we have to take our judgment call, you know. You know what I mean? Some things you have to say, yo, man, listen, I'm out, bro. I can't do this. This is wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is not right. I can, in good faith, carry out this order to go against this man in court. You know, something like that. Maybe I'm just... Maybe, you know, I just have too much faith that human beings are still human beings. Let's continue.
AGC, as part of the government's appeal of the multi-million-dollar judgment in the Court of Appeal. The AGC serves as the government's chief legal advisor, and the Court of Appeal is Jamaica's second highest court. In June, Justice Sonia Wintler awarded Williams, 79, a total of $78.6 million in compensatory damages and $42 million in vindicatory damages. The lawsuit was brought on his behalf by his niece, Pamela Green. Prior to that, the government had offered Williams $6 million as compensation for his ordeal. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and Ruddock's affidavit outlines 10 grounds for the appeal, 8 of which argue that Justice Wint-Blair made missteps in determining what has been described as an unprecedented award. The learned judge erred in awarding sums which were, in fact, punitive in circumstances where there was no oppressive, arbitrary, or high-handed action on the part of the Crown servants, according to ground 5 of the affidavit seen by the Sunday Gleaner.
Punitive. What does punitive mean? Punitive. Punitive meaning. Punitive means inflicting or intended as punishment. So they're saying that they didn't punish him and there wasn't any inflicting punishment. Locking up a man for 50 years unjustly is punitive. Yo, whose mans are these, bro? Whose mans are these? Nah. What? Did I just read correctly? Are you serious right now, bro?
Government challenges $120 million award to George Williams, calls it excessive. Public. Declaratory damages. The lawsuit. Ruddup's affidavit outlines 10 grounds for the appeal, 8 of which argue that Justice Wint-Blair made missteps in determining what has been described as an unprecedented award. The learned judge erred in awarding sums which were, in fact, punitive in circumstances where there was no oppressive, arbitrary, or high-handed action on the part of the Crown servants, according to ground 5 of the affidavit seen by the Sunday Gleaner. The learned judge erred by going beyond what was reasonable and awarded to the respondent a windfall, which is not the purpose of compensatory or vindicatory damages. It claimed in ground 8. As of Friday, it remained unclear whether Green would also seek to challenge the ruling in hopes of securing a larger award. Awaiting outcome. Her attorney, John Clark, said he could not comment at this time when asked about a potential appeal. He noted that he would first await the outcome of the government's application for Justice Wint-Blair to appoint a trustee for the funds before taking instructions from my client on their intended direction. Although Green has previously said the $120 million award was insufficient, she told the Sunday Gleaner in June that we will satisfy with it and make it work and continue to take care of him. Williams was taken into custody on July 21st, 1970, after a knife attack on a family driving through Mount Diablo in St. Catherine, according to authorities. He was charged with murder in December 1970 for the fatal stabbing of Ian Laurie. By February 1971, it was confirmed that Williams suffered from schizophrenia, and he was declared unfit to plead the following month. According to the lawsuit filed by Green, Williams was held in filthy and inhumane conditions at a high-security prison until his release in 2020. Justice Wint-Blair found that multiple state agencies had violated Williams' constitutional rights, including his right to due process and to a timely hearing before an independent and impartial court. The conditions of his imprisonment were so bad that each day he prayed that he would be released from hell, she wrote in her 80-page decision. He was dismissed by warders as a madman and called a mad case by the warders. He would be routinely beaten and abused, and when he complained, the officials would dismiss it as the words of a madman, she added. Calculating the award. Explaining the compensatory damages, Justice Wint-Blair said that adjusting Williams' losses year by year between 1978 and 2025 using the Consumer Price Index over the 47-year period yielded a starting figure of $66 million. She added another $10 million due to aggravated features, including that Williams was held in the same building under the same rules, conditions, and arrangements as a convicted prisoner. She also pointed to the absence of medical records before 2008 as an aggravated factor. There was no evidence as to the reason for their absence. The judge explained that compensatory damages were necessary because a basic award alone would not sufficiently redress the harm Williams suffered. For vindicatory damages, she granted $1 million for each year of lost liberty over 42 years to express how valuable the liberty rights are. She also awarded $2.6 million for breach of due process rights. The AGC's Ruddock, however, contends that the compensatory award was inordinately excessive, stating, no judge, properly applying their mind to the evidence and the relevant law, could reasonably have made such an award. He made a similar claim regarding the vindicatory damages. He further argued that Justice Wint-Blair adopted what amounts to a new manner of assessment, which is I, arbitrary in nature, and 2, a conflation and or a duplication of compensatory and vindicatory damages.
Let me tell you something, man. This, you know, man, this government truly has no emotional intelligence. You know, maybe God is at work. Maybe God is at work, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that these dudes are actually attempting this, I hope that this lift the scales of the people in eyes that is defending this wicked, uncaring government, right? That has dragged their feet when it comes on to helping the people in affected areas all over Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa victims. Drag their feet. Disorganized. A total failure. Absolute failure. Right? Active fire. Big up. Absolute failure. I really hope that this open the people them eyes, How can you, as a government, in all consciousness, decide at this moment in time, even if you waited until after every single person in this storm get back their lives on track, and then you appeal this, it still would look bad. There's no way this look good. There's no way anybody that has a heart can support a JLP government right now. You guys are proud of this? You guys are proud of this? I really want to hear from the labor rights, This is something that you guys are proud of. A man that is mentally challenged, right? Special needs, was locked up from 1970, did not have any means of which to appeal because they labeled him as such, diagnosed him as such, couldn't lawfully appeal, ladies and gentlemen. Stayed in inhumane conditions, had a mother that died from grief of knowing her son is innocent and fought this whole time. When I tell you, I believe that man should have gotten 240 million or at least 120 million US and not 120 million Jamaican. You think I'm kidding? There is a case that Isaac Buchanan mentioned in the United States that had lesser implications in terms of violation of human rights, and that person got 2 million US, and that more than doubled the amount of money that George Williams got after spending 50 years in prison. And lo and behold, we are at a point now in our history and in our time when months after these drunkers, you understand me? I say this wicked, evil government led by Andrew Ones, right? In a them infinite wisdom decide said them I go challenge this man money. You know what I hope happens? I hope the judge reject the state, right? Because that was a very comprehensive breakdown of how the judge actually calculated this man's money, And I appreciate it. I never saw it before, but I saw it a while ago, and I appreciate it. I still believe he should have gotten more money though. I really do. But based off the detail at which he used to calculate it, I feel okay. I feel okay for the brethren. You understand what I say? No, I really am, you know, if the family of this man was to come across this video, anybody is screenshotting this, because we know what's going on. They're on the internet screenshotting and go on. Right? Anyway, if anybody is screenshotting this, I want to say to that family, contact your lawyer and find out if you have a case for your own self. Especially now with the added trauma that the government is piling onto your family in this appeal. Really looking to give these people $6 million. The devil is a liar. Hey, me tell you something, man. Hey, me really want God to just do what God do, you know. Tony, you know. Yeah, man, for real, man. You know, if you come down, man. You know, if you come down, man. People can't wicked so, man. Eh? You really challenge this case. This is not a corporate wig, you know. This is not somebody that don't even deserve to get this money, you know, and really use craftiness and say, all right, get top lawyer, and now they might get money from the state because, you know, them know the law, them know if to do them thing and put them argument across. And you say, the state say, all right, you know what, we're going to appeal them. Right? We're going to appeal the decision. This is a man that has been clearly abused. It's not even a if now but now maybe. Oh, 6 million come in. What kind of disgrace that? Yo, let me tell you something, man. More to divide 6 and 50. Zane, alright, that's my thing there. May I show you how wicked the government is. Numbers don't lie. Just look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen, alright? Let me see if I can carry it over for right or so. Alright, look at your screen, right? Alright, 2 phone, let me see it. Alright. Them say they want to give the man $6 million, in. And this them I say. I really want them to tell me how they come by the calculation here. Divide that by 50 and how much you get. So every year the man there in a prison. With inflation and everything. And that them want to give the man for all them trauma when he go through. $120,000 a year. The devil is a liar. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Jamaica, you better wise up, you know. These people are telling you who they are every single day. You don't need glasses for see it. Every move the man they make is a weapon farm against the people. Delray Chuck, how you go? $120,000 a year? For the 5th year where the man stay in a prison? You if you come down, brother, yo. God not sleep in a dog. You feel like say everything I got peachy, bro. I want to hey, you better know one of this karma. You better know one of do. I can't believe this, yeah, man. Me hear what Andrea say, yeah, man. Big up Andre, you know, General is back. When I listen to, you know, and catch his story, I say, what? I lie, Andrea, tell nothing no go so. When me see the newspaper article, me say, no. They did not do this. Me I try to convince myself, say, I must joke this, brother. Nothing can go so. Achoo.
As their party agenda. Many of whom are coming here does not have the interest of the Jamaican people.
You know, me go to the pastor there after this. Yeah, man, I go to the pastor there because so that's here, you know. See if we can find this thing. The artist that with Anna Live at Treasure Beach. Why am I tell you? Me see the man face and I tell you say, yo, it's like really if you wonder, yeah, man, why go on to Jamaica cause you know?
And here came a Rasta man, who many said couldn't get the case out. Isaac Buchanan and John Clark did what they needed to do and got George William out.
Phil George, how you doing? Yes, I need to divide it by 12. $10,000 a month. Backside. Me not even gonna pray that. Oh my God. Yo, for real, yo. $12,000 a month. The government, $10,000 a month, the government don't give the man for the 50 years and lose. With inflation and everything. Over a 50-year period. Yo, them money are real dirty bungler, man. No, sir.
They went as far as win the case Jamaica for the government of Jamaica to compensate him $120 million.
You know, so I feel say this political. I feel say because of Isaac Buchanan beat them, you know. I feel like a pride, you know. Yeah, man, I feel say this political. Yeah, man, me not put it past JLP. I feel say this political, brother. Yo, every single thought that's swirling in my mind now. Me can't understand them people here, bro. Me not get it, brother. Yo, what wrong with them, brother? It come like demon possess the Jamaica Labour Party. Aromatic, big up yourself. I don't know if you're there, if you pass through or what, but see your name come up. Big up Aromatic. See? I don't know if the devil possess these people, brother. Chano.
The government is to compensate George William $120 million. Remember, George William lost income. He lost family.
Time. His mother.
He lost opportunity.
Yes.
50 years. He lost his freedom.
Wow.
50 years Jamaica without a trial.
Can't believe, brother, I can't believe this, bro. My God, no, me.
Man's life was ruined.
Brother, this a bother me, dog. Me nah like this
and
really
now
a bother me.
Chuck and this government
I
is
tell you.
attempting to challenge. The government is attempting to challenge. The government is attempting to challenge the $120 million that George William is to be
Mighty God.
Delroy Chuck and the government are doing what? Challenging it. It's common dignity that the government and the crown rob this man. The man now is being challenged for his partner draw court.
Yeah, yo, it's like the government that try to rob the man twice, brother. This is criminal, you know? This is morally bankrupt behavior, you know? The man, them are germs, you know? Me tell yo, me hope some now wake up nobody, but yo, me tell the brother, yo, me angry, bro. Me can't believe this, brother. Me don't even know the man from Adams, but me can't believe this, brother.
The man is now being challenged for his partner draw. But I'm going to say to drunkard, yes, he's a drunkard. Delroy Chuck. Go, Delroy. Delroy, I say go and challenge it. Delroy, go, go, go! Delroy, go! Go and challenge it, Delroy. What can go so? Because when you challenge it, Isaac and John Clark will challenge it at the Privy Council. And I hope, Delroy, you probably have the money to pay double. Say double whammy. Say double whammy tonight. Say double. Because if you don't know Isaac Buchanan, you know he'll go to the highest court of the land to see to it that his clients. So if I were you, drunkard, whiskey drinker, liquor head, Cuban cigar man, when I want to open the sex offenders registry, go challenge it then. Yeah, Cuban cigar, Delroy. But challenge it, Delroy. Because when you challenge it tonight, remember I tell you George William will get a double whammy.
And that more going for truth, Andre.
Mind them sue me. But everybody know that Delroy is a drunk. There's no what is there to sue.
Can't sue if you tell the truth, you know, brother.
What is there to sue?
If you know, you know.
Are they going to lock me up for misinformation? Because misinformation every labor right know that Delroy's favorite drink is whiskey. And when a man drink whiskey, well, no, him not drink it with ice. On the rocks.
Mighty God. I saw him go on Delroy, I saw him move. No, you're
That is why
definitely a
our
drinker,
governance and our
man.
justice system,
Allegedly.
the crisis is in tonight. George William Jamaica can't get his partner wrong because this little Tutsi, Delroy Chuck, decides he's not paying it out. This little Tutsi Jamaica decides that he's going to challenge it. You know what is the funny part of it? Had it been a politician that was to get that 120,
Talk up.
that would have activated in 24 hours.
Immediately. Talk truth,
And only
Andre.
people want to get that money.
Immediately.
That money would have been activated or Christoph.
You don't think I joke?
Mr. Students, as you talk about Christoph, what is that?
No, I don't want to hear about Christoph Tan. No. So, ladies and gentlemen, Andre, right, you know, let it have been. Alright, so for instance, Andre wanna sue the Integrity Commission and beat the case. Right? And we know say today they are court with the general Paul Buchanan. You know that, right? Today are the 8th of December, you know. People are whole heap of things now have to look out for. Now have to look out for the spiritual things them too, you know. Jamaica still in a one period of judgment, you know. So I don't want to slack off on that, you know. Right? Jamaica still in a one period of judgment. A whole heap of warning come my way. So look out for anything right now. You can't ease up and lock on the spiritual eyes. Alright, my people, I just refresh this to see if I see any new posts. St. Andrew North Police urge. Okay. No. What is this? Worsening water crisis in St. James has forced residents across the parish to depend on roadside springs and makeshift catchments. My God. The people must have move to get water in St. James. Oh, Lord, help us. Help us, Lord. You see this? JLP Officer Corp re-elected en bloc amid cancellation of annual conference due to Melissa. Waste of blur not time, yeah, man. But back to this, guys. We can't understand people nowadays, you know. I'm sorry say we stay so. And me not perfect none at all. The devil always a try we, you know. You feel me I deal with. And some little things will make the devil overcome with. We shouldn't even allow that to happen. I really believe in that. So, we don't feel allow it to happen, but we're just weak. But these people, the government too wicked, brother. Government too wicked, bro. You know, say, and I like said, I'm gonna give this man the money one time. You know that, right? You guys know they're not giving this man the money one time, right? I hope you guys know that. You know that, right? Talk it, Miss Sweet Honey Sticks. And more money the man forget, as far as me concerned. 2 million minimum for every year in their prison, just for your time. Just for your time alone and spend in a prison. If you get 2 million. And that's 100 million already. When I talk about emotional damage, for every year when they're in a prison for, like emotional damage, adding you lose your mother in between that the period there, your brother in and out of prison, no hope, just degraded and tearing down the fabric of the mental state that is already fragile. Hey, man, I'm telling you something, man. when me done with them in a court, then lucky say I never, hey, then lucky say I never me a judge that the man that get a piece of food, brother. All 450 million would I give. Only thing I do, right? Me say all 450 million would I give the man. And not even blink. Me won't even blink. This is not only an embarrassment for the judicial system in Jamaica in terms of the fact that the man actually spent 50 years in a prison innocently. This is supposed to spark the government to create legislation to make sure that something like this never happens again. Where people can fall into the cracks like that. We say at least 550 million. No, talk truth. A real thing. 4 million US. This a man forget, brother. No joke about it, bro. Them a thing are madness, brother. I can't understand the government, bro. In a Christmas year too, you know, brother. But them a plan to challenge this, you know. They'll right out now, nothing to do. I want thing me I tell you, you know, you can't stay there. God not sleep, yeah? God not sleep. So no go on. No go on, no continue. See? No continue, man. You see no video they
when they subscribe to the channel, George Williams,
What can I prepare for it?
this is
Okay, me they play them already. Big up ABR News, you know. When I look, she had no other perspective in terms of. But they play that too. We play all of that. Play all of that. This a man, I don't know.
Significant impact on tourism, drug cartels, and other actors that create crime and violence in our country.
Have you spoken to any U.S. officials about that?
We're always constantly in dialogue.
well, here we have a congresswoman in Yvette Clark, and if you know about Yvette Clark, she has a great love for Jamaica. She worked alongside a Portia Simpson Miller, you know, in allowing us to get back.
Who that? Caroline or go on?
And
Freedom, we are deal with.
she is
Hey,
coming-
talk it truth, no man. Inhumane, bro. Sorry, inhumane. Inhumane. And unbelievable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, watching Andre tonight, I realize, say, me not really that off, you know. What go on with them pastor here, brother? What is this? This is how me know say God a come for you real soon, you know. Just look upon this. Boulevard Baptist Church. Members strike matter from meeting agenda. Is this the cleaner? Let's look for that article. And big up Mr. Big up the General for St. Mary for the attention to this situation with the alarming death of a detainee in lockup. Something needs to be done about that. And that should be a lawsuit as well. If you have a family member in the custody of the state and them lose them life in a prison, the family should sue. Here we go. Let me look at this article real quick. So the man really named Devon Dick for true? Mighty God. The Boulevard Baptist Church member last month voted down a proposal from its pastor, Reverend Devon Dick, to add the agenda of business meeting discussion and vote on whether same-sex unions could receive blessing at the church. Me say when you see when that earthquake and that tsunami at Jamaica. Hey, enough people are get judged right this up on the spot, you know. We're not gonna survive, you know. Cause them are here for repent and look upon them as snare where them are come with. Hmm? Look upon them as snare where them are come with and then here so them for repent. Me hear Andrea call him my name and me I say, Devon Dick. I must joke Andrea, me call Courtney and say, no man, it cannot be. No vote on gay union blessings. Wow, the Baptist church. The Baptist church, you know? Jamaica gone to the dogs. Yeah, man. Fully gone. Fully gone. Fully gone. I not fully done now, no. I fully gone.
Time and place. So, just write down that you know, you hear? The silk arc. Be wary of those bringing gifts.
Yo, that Chinese boat there. I don't know why, but I think Mr. can't yet coming to Jamaica since Hurricane Melissa. But me not really get fit. Express my opinions about them and what they possibly could be. But you wanna know say I'm not very trustworthy. You understand? You're supposed to know that about me by now. I'm not very I'm not very trusting. Me say I'm not very trustworthy. I'm mad. What time now? Late? No. Yeah, man. Tired. Brain a leak. I am not very trusting. I don't trust the system. I don't trust the people in the system. People can be easily bought. You know, put the right zeros in front of them. A family member might need help with them love and could I be one dog or one cat too in the right spaces. Freedom, stop laughing off of me. It could be a dog or a cat in the right spaces, man. I tell you. It you know? Boy, man, I tell you. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Be wary, Jamaica. Be very wary. Any of whom are coming here to agenda. There are many other competing priorities, Pastor Nick. At the Boulevard, Baptist say to Pastor Devon Dick. I want to say to Pastor Devon Dick. I want to say to Pastor Devon Dick. At the Boulevard Baptist Church.
Yes.
There are many other competing priorities, Pastor Nick, for the church to advance than you coming to say you want to vote for the church to accept gay unions in the church. No, Reverend Devon Dick.
No, honestly, I thought Andre was being funny, you know. When the man said Reverend Devon Dick, I thought he was being funny, bro. Because look at the context of the situation, right? The man is asking for a vote on same-sex reunions being blessed at the church in Jamaica. And his name is Devon Dick. Like God has a sense of humor, you know? Yo, even when a man is sinning against God, God has a sense of humor. Look at this man's name, bro. I just pulled it up in the article a while ago, so I want to see it. Right? I don't know if anybody else new came in. Look back at the article. See it there? See it there? Reverend Devon Dick. That's wild, bro. Look at that. That is absolutely wild. That his name is actually that, fam. That is wild. We can't open it no more. Can't get no bigger. Oh crap, really? Oh, that's okay. Alright. See that? Only can't see it clear though, yeah. Only can't see it clear by the 2 page, right?
There are so many other party agendas in this country. So many people are hungry. So many children can't read. So many children are dispossessed and homeless. And you come to put on the church agenda, Pastor Dick. Gay union blessings. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I am saying to you, Pastor Dick. Pastor Dick, Reverend Dick, Devon Dick.
What is going on, bro? What? Yo, stop, yo, bro. Devon. Yo, this man is. Yo, God got a sense of humor, man. God, I don't care what nobody says. God got a very unique sense of humor. This man name really be Devon Dick, bro. Reverend Devon Dick. And this is what this man is pushing. Right? Immoral sex unions blessed in the church. That's what this man is pushing. To go against the laws of God. That's what this man is pushing. And look at this man's name. You can't make this up, bro.
This church has always been a church of liberalization. The liberalization of people to common interest for common for the liberalization of people's freedom, but not the liberalization of people's sexual orientation. The Baptist Church has always been a movement speaking about the advancement of the welfare of the whole human race.
Right.
The Baptist Church has always been one of those churches looking out for the well-being of the poor, the dispossessed, and the disenfranchised.
True, man.
Remember that Paul Bolo was a Baptist?
What about people are Baptists? I'm mainly Baptist
And
church.
if I recall, Samuel Sharp too was a Baptist.
Yeah, a whole heap of Baptist warrior you have from back in the day. So this kind of surprise me say the Baptists now appear to be infiltrated, right? To the point where, but the Bible tells us them something when I got me, man, I go try to change the laws, you know. You understand what I deal with? And the Bible said don't alter nothing. I know the man them not literally alter it. Like, well, I don't know that still, but the original version of the Bible, I don't know if it's been altered to the point where them are going to try to fit in certain sexual immoralities in a future Bible if you say, you know, God say what him never say. Are they going to try to omit Sodom and Gomorrah, the story in the Bible that clearly shows you God's stance on the issue and how he dealt with that place? You understand what I'm saying? Will we see that? But we can't see the passive nature of the people, man. Why am I to that? No, I don't know, yeah, man. But the Baptist church of all churches, brother, this is heartbreaking, bro. A Baptist church, me know about fussing no more than any other church, you know, in Jamaica, you know, as a youth, you know. Baptist. When you talk about Baptist, hey, if you don't carefully you walk through the door, them with the wrong spirit, you know, man. A reverse, you have to go reverse out, you know, man. The men and women of God pick you up quick, you know, my general. When them start dash the Holy Ghost off of you, you know. I burn, you. Yeah, man, exorcism same time, man, demon have to come out. I them thing them know about Baptist church, but I don't know Baptist church I enter demonic. I enter in a demonic type of vibration. This not safe, my general. This not safe. It's not safe at all, but you know, just a touch upon that, can look up Andre, bring it to light, Panaja TV. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna plan to stay long, but yeah, I'm gonna plan to stay long. Oh yeah. PMP. Couple new thing going on when you even get to meet, you know. Yeah, that's one of them. That are definitely one of them. That's one as well. Big up that youth there. What him name again? I listening earlier, you know. But a young man name again, yes. Raman Small Ferguson. So him is Mr. Ferguson's son. Trust me, the man was so on point in Parliament with his presentation. Only a fool would try to argue facts, and one of them stood up. And Mr. Lambert have to rush him blows and skirt and run him away. You understand me? I don't know how. We don't even call his name over here. Sure, some of the time they just disgust me. I left it there, so you know. Tomorrow is another day. And plus, I never did plan for no more than an hour. Guys, bless your heart. Thank you for being here. And see you guys later, alright? TikTok, big up. I would this one I try to come up. No, I take no come up, car, right? You know, I sleep, I go sleep. Oh, wow. Oh, Mr. Sweet Honey. Careful with them name they no skip. Them name they kind of tricky, you know. Mr. Sweet Honey. Okay, sorry about that. That's crazy though. I just all call him Mr. God damn, what is going on? We got Devon Dick. Now Mr. Sweet Honey. Yo, me I log off here, man. Look at more. Pause.